All right, heading into now this new moon in Gemini. Here is the chart of the new moon, and you can see down here, here is our sign of Gemini. Here's our beautiful sun and moon conjunct at 9 degrees, 3 minutes. And this moon was really funny when I was like feeling into it. I could not get images of the movie The Wedding Planner with Jennifer Lopez and Matthew McConaughey out of my mind. So might be a great movie to watch during this time frame. It was really funny how everything I was doing and writing into and looking into, everything was just popping with The Wedding Planner. So, and I know, part of those reasons why is this energy for this moon is super busy. There is so much busyness with this moon, and all at the same time, you are literally being asked to stop, listen, and get things in line for the next steps. I found this quote via the Oracle that said, "Never doubt a wedding planner. We can fix the stain on a wedding gown, give orders to 3 assistants, calm down the overly stressed MOB, line up 5 intoxicated groomsmen, and cue the ceremony musicians all at the same time." Kind of like being a parent, a mom, a dad to multiple children, etc. So like, this is one of those moons where it really is about like so much is going on, but yet you have to be in the moment and you have to get things in line and in order and ready to go. So there are not very many, as you can see here. There's like 0 aspects to this moon. It's really to the sun and the moon as they're conjoined. But there's a lot going on. Like there's a lot going on everywhere else, especially with the ruler of the moon, Mercury, which you can see right down here at 26 degrees, 37 minutes of Taurus. This underline means retrograde. So he is still in his retrograde. And that's really lending to that busy bee energy. All of the other aspects occurring are supporting a slowdown in the midst of the swarm of bees, in the midst of the chaos, whatever you want to call it. So with Gemini, because this is a Gemini moon, we will be in Gemini season. You could find that 2 things are present for you during this moon that you need to focus on, or 2 things happen all at once. And you're not really like, you have to do 2 things over, 2 things show up, something about that duality and that double. Saturn, which is right here, our good friend in Aquarius, is once again present in all of his squaredness. He is squaring Mercury retrograde during this moon. And that is the energy of asking us to think before we speak. It's the energy of reevaluating what types of communication you're doing, how you're responsible for your communication, how the words that you speak matter in the world and matter to the people around you, being in Aquarius. And you might find it be around whatever chaos or the busy bee energy you're working in, or whatever duality is coming up for you. And it's kind of like how you handle those 5 intoxicated groomsmen, going back to the wedding planner, right? The words you choose to use to get them in order is going to either 1, get them in order, or 2, going to create more chaos. And then we have our friend Neptune, who is in Pisces right here at 25 degrees, 13 minutes. Venus and Mars are so far gone at this point. So Neptune is now all alone back again in Pisces by himself. And he is providing some beautiful intuitive insight if you are able to stop and listen to him. He's got powerful things to say if you can connect into that energy. Again, this is where that roller coastery comes in. We're kind of being taken out of Wonderland and needing to process out of Wonderland, but we can still tap back into it to help us through these energies. The Mars and Jupiter right here conjunct in Aries. You can see they're conjunct by just under a degree point. Is really providing support for our movement, but it could feel like your energy is all over the damn place. Like you need to be 14 people in 14 different directions all at the same time. And this beautiful Taurus stellium we have going on. So this is the sign of Taurus. We have Venus, Uranus, and Mercury retrograde in here. That, especially Venus, who just is 2 degrees into her home sign, thriving in life, is asking us to consider during this time of chaos, as you decide to slow down, decide not to slow down, as you're reevaluating, etc. It's really giving us this. Absolutely, Angel. Thank you so much for joining. So are you talking about the Taurus stellium piece? And just for those that are going to be watching later, this I am getting a chat message from Angel asking, can you say that again? So I'll go over again just the Taurus stellium. So during this moon, we do have a Taurus stellium, which you can see down in this corner here. This is Venus, this is Uranus, and this is Mercury retrograde. And what that stellium is asking us, especially because Venus is 2 degrees into her home sign, she is so happy, she's thriving in life. It's really asking us to consider what we are giving up, what we are paying for, what we are shaking our security for, what we're willing to pull back away from to make all the things that we want to do happen, to make the chaos settle, to talk and understand more where we're going. So that is really a good way to, again, going back to that values and our values, checking in and saying, all right, am I willing to pay the price for this? Am I willing to pay the price, pay the cost to become the boss? Is a great quote for this time. And all of this, again, is really, really necessary. I feel like after the eclipses, these 2 eclipses that we've had, this is a really, really easy moon to overlook and just like skate through it. Because for a lot of us, we're going to have a pretty intense 2 eclipses. And then we're going to get to this like breathable, busy moon. And it's just going to be like, yeah, we're just going to skate through that. Woohoo. Not going to pay attention to it. But all things really do happen for a reason and are necessary. And this moon is making sure that everything is in line before you send the bride down the aisle, right? Before the wedding begins, before everything starts happening, before the veil clears and you start moving down your pathway, this moon is saying you have everything in line, right? All the things. Yes, lots are going on. Everything's busy. You've got 15 things happening all at once to make this moment happen. Take a second, breathe into that moment, breathe into this beautiful expansion that you're going through, and then let that next level happen. It's taking a moment for breath. For my mutable signs, which are the signs of Gemini down here, we have, where's Virgo? Virgo up here, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Be prepared to change. Be prepared to change direction, do things twice, have to shift around. This is your energy signature. Mutable energy is very flexy, shifty, able to just mold into what changes, really hone in on those aspects and what you're naturally gifted into, because you're going to be changing. There's going to be things that are going to be coming up that are going to need adjustments. Maybe groomsman number 1 got way too sloshed on the shots and you've got to transfer him to groomsman number 4 and flip flop. You need to be ready and prepared to make those pivots. And if, just as a word for everybody, if there is something that's truly not coming together, maybe Mercury retrograde, wait until June 13th, which is when Mercury is going to be back in Gemini. Won't be out of his shadow phase, but he will be going direct. He will be in Gemini, and those things can become a lot clearer with that energy.